Red, white, and blue, we're flying high. Sydney Roosters reach the sky. Eastern suburbs. We took flight. Come on. Born in Bondi, so the skies ignite. From the east, our spirits rise. Red, white, blue, our story told. From nothing we rose, made our claim. Eastern pride, we built our name. Stronger now, we never fall. Rooster spirit standing tall. Yeah, come on, feel that pride. Let's go. Since the start, the legacy lives. Passion, power, the heartbeat gives. Red and blue, we walk with pride. Fans by side, can't hide our vibe. Flags up high, crowd in sync. Roosters rule, we never blink. Eastern suburbs. Eastern suburbs. Red, white, and blue, we're flying high. Sydney Roosters reach the sky. Eastern suburbs. Roosters! Get up! Feel that pride! Grand on fire, glory set. Fighting with fire, no regrets. Yeah! Every tackle, every try, hit hard.
All right. Hello, everyone. Are we good to go? All right. We are good to go. What is up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. Hayden here delivering your latest Roosters news and opinions from the day it was. Hope you guys are doing well. We're going to start off with some breaking news that just posted in the last 10 or 15 minutes or so. The Sydney Roosters will announce and release the 2026 Adidas range tomorrow. That is the official word from the Roosters. They posted a little bit of a teaser about, 5-10 minutes ago? When did they post this? I'm like, not even kidding, not just recently. There you go, 15 minutes ago. The Roosters announced a little bit of a teaser with Nick Politis holding the Adidas box and the words tomorrow. So, which basically confirms that the Roosters will announce the range, the Adidas range, tomorrow. Exciting day. I've obviously got the City kit on. Obviously not Adidas, but classic, but still in around that time that we last had Adidas as our training apparel. But to have our full apparel partner announced on Monday, obviously, and then coming tomorrow will be the announcement that, well, the release of the full Adidas range. Hopefully, the full range, but it's exciting times. This is exciting times. Obviously, the hype from the announcement on Monday and now into Wednesday evening for you guys, and going into Thursday, we're going to have some sort of release from the Roosters around the 2026 Adidas range. It's exciting times. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, because we're going to, obviously, this wasn't planned. This literally announced 15 minutes ago, and I didn't have time to change the thumbnail or anything like that, but I thought I'd keep it the way it is. We will get to the other talking points from today, but I thought we had to start off with the breaking news, especially a lot of talk around the Adidas range over the since pretty much the season ended. But now that it's official, it was announced that we are partnered with Adidas, and now come Thursday, a couple of days after, it looks like that the Roosters are going to announce the range tomorrow. Might be just training range, or could be the full release. We'll find out tomorrow, and we'll be on here tomorrow afternoon, around about the same time, to react to it for the first time with you guys together. G'day to the live chat. We've got Jake in here, Jason Rita, our regulars. Great to have you guys here. Make sure you smash that like button, guys, and hit that subscribe button. And for your latest Roosters news and opinions, make sure to give us a follow on the Instagram as well. But yeah, I want to hear I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this because obviously we spoke about it on Monday, but this is exciting. This is exciting. Curse YouTube, yo man, Roosters gave me a contract. Nice, man. Nice. Ethan, g'day, Ethan. I'm so excited, brother. Finally, all happening. Yeah, exciting times. Exciting times, man. Can't wait. Brody, Uncle Nick and Adidas, can it get any more better? If you're about to witness the most hyped and sold out drop in the history of the game, Pioneers once again. I hope it doesn't break the bank. I'm scared. I'm just scared. I'm dead. Hey, I am dead set scared of what this means. Like bank wise, I got paid today, so it's come at the right time. They just know I'm gonna go broke by the end of this, but they probably have to buy the whole range tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome. Look, what am I gonna do? I forgot to do this on Monday. I'm an absolute idiot. So what am I gonna do to start with you guys? So I'm gonna find the Roosters page and find the and I forgot to register for that pre-sale thing. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm doing this now. Forgot to do this. I don't think it's on sale tomorrow. They're just releasing the range and then maybe December. Well, they did say December. But I am going to register for the on sale. So if we do does come out tomorrow, we can get started. We get in the first look at it and react to all of it together and all that kind of stuff. Looking forward to it. So Jason, Curse YouTube, when will our 26 jersey come out? It's been forever. Well, if you just heard the announcement, mate, it will be tomorrow. According to the Roosters on their socials, they announced it. They posted a teaser with Uncle Nick holding the Adidas box saying tomorrow. So fingers crossed that the whole range is going to be tomorrow. Not too sure when it's going to become available for the public and for members, but from what we're seeing, that the whole range is going to be released tomorrow. I believe they're doing like a little bit of promo shit at outside Allianz, I believe, as well. Tyler McEwen says, if they drop our 99.05 Heritage away kit, I'll black out. I think that's what I'm really most excited for, was to see that away kit, because there's been a lot of talk about it. Ethan says, Tony at the Rooster store said December. Okay, that makes sense. So basically, that's what I thought. So Ethan's pretty much confirmed that. So the whole range is going to be announced and released to see, like, on viewing of what it is, and then come December, it is going to be available for the public to buy and purchase, I should say. So that's the latest, that the Roosters will announce the range tomorrow and show off the range. And then the 1st of December, says Ethan and Tony from the Rooster store. Good man, Tony. Shout out to him. Good fella, really, really good fella. So, but there you go. So the Roosters will release the kit tomorrow, and then it'll be available to purchase for members and fans on the 1st of December. There you go. Here's a Sydney Roosters Diehards exclusive for you guys there. But exciting times, man. Like, I think we spoke about it in length on Monday. What an era to be part of the Roosters, back with the Adidas. Unreal. Like, I said this on Monday. I'm a Roosters fan, obviously. I also support Liverpool. I remember the hype when Liverpool announced Adidas as their manufacturer for this Premier League season, and now the Roosters, my two favorite clubs. Absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. I'm so pumped. I might be on the 1st. That's what he said. It might be on the 1st. Okay. There you go. They did say early December, so definitely in time for Christmas. So let's go on that. So definitely a good Christmas present for you guys. Tyler says, Hainsey, are you taking over the DMP? I'm actually sad about that. I was listening to the potty today with Kempy and Maddie, and heard it. I'm like, oh no, Like, I was absolutely gutted. So, and obviously you've seen the reaction in the P's and D's, how upsetting the announcement is. And, I think I'm the same with a lot of dribblers that I watched Bloke in a Bar early on around 2020, 2021. And then I got introduced to Hello Sport from the DMP. So it's always been a funny segment, funny podcast, and sad that it's departing. So hopefully whoever comes in to replace Tom and Eddie, obviously we're still massive fans of Tom and Eddie of Hello Sport. We'll be watching Hello Sport regardless, but the DMP is going to be a little bit different to start with, and hopefully whoever they have in there will do a good job and hopefully try and create the spark that the DMP showed. Am I taking over the DMP? Absolutely not, because no one wants to hear me, man. They, mate, the P's and D's are sick of me, right? They're sick of me. So I don't think they enjoy me, being on there on a weekly basis. Let's just say that. Roosters knowing they need to boost spirits with the DMP breakup, so they brought for the Adidas drop. Now that is the comment of the day. Yeah. Gutted. The P's and D's absolutely heart's been raped out today, but nothing better to get some more hype around it with the Roosters Adidas drop for sure. Man, the potential of Jooks have is outrageous. Like I can promise you right now that this is going to be the most hot range of all time. Once these become available, I reckon they'll be sold out within the day. This is going to be one of the biggest launches ever at an NRL club. There's so much hype around the Roosters and Adidas. And once the range gets released tomorrow, there's so much hype for the next 2 weeks, also until the official release date to purchase. And it's going to go off the charts. Absolutely going to go off the charts. It's going to be awesome. Really, really excited. Like I said, like I've mentioned myself in the last couple of minutes or so, what an important time to be around the Sydney Roosters, especially the fact of the Adidas announcement on Monday, and then potential release of the full range, and then 2 weeks later, in 2 weeks' time, we're going to have available to purchase for everyone, and it's going to be absolutely awesome, and I can't wait to be one of the first to get some. But hopefully the Sydney Roosters are awfully so kind to me, as they are, that they sent me a box. That'd be awesome. Winston got one from the Dogs. Hello, the Roosters. If you're watching, please. You guys follow me on Instagram, not the club itself, the media page, but a lot of you do. Would love a Roosters Adidas box to react to you guys for some content. It'd be absolutely awesome. Anyway, enough about me. I digress. Just up to you. Thank you, mate. Pretty appreciate it. Don't beg, lol. I gotta try, Jake. I gotta try. You don't know until you ask. Don't know until you ask. You say no. It's a 50% chance of it. It's a 50% chance, Jake. It's a 50% chance of it working. It's either a yes or a no. So it's a 50-50 chance that it could happen. So who knows? They don't even show their training kit too, so I can't wait to see that. Well, I think as we spoke about on Monday or during the week, so I can't remember when we spoke about it, about DCE spotted in the old kit. So obviously they haven't announced it. And I spoke to a Roosters player, not going to name who it was, but I spoke to him and asked him about it. I was like, what do you guys, obviously he told me when training was. And then he asked me, I asked him, I was like, well, do you guys know anything about your new range? He's like, no, we haven't heard anything. We're in the old kit. So, but so obviously once it gets fully announced, I reckon we can get, and then the whole team will be in the new range, and then let the promo shoots, training content begin come Monday, I believe. I think the hype of the jerseys will be the away jersey for us. Oh, 100%. Like, I spoke a little bit on Monday as well that the home kit doesn't really change with the Roosters. It's pretty much similar to this one. Like, we obviously got the red, obviously not with the white collar, but the full red collar with Adidas. And then obviously I think Adapt is going to be on the sleeve sponsors. So that's the only changes to the home jersey. And then obviously the away kit is obviously linked to be the 95 away kit, which if that's the case, it's going to be absolutely awesome and one of the top sellers of the season. I think the Roosters jacket as well, retro jacket that Jasmine Strange was wearing in the promo shoot, will be a hit seller as well. And and I believe the Heritage one, that the Navy Heritage design is also going to be another hit seller. So for all the teams, the away jerseys have been outstanding. Yeah, and speaking of away jerseys, I got a little bit of a content idea coming up my sleeve on my personal channel, Haynes_IT. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Around, we're going to be ranking Roosters away jerseys of all time. So keep stay tuned for that one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Haynes_IT, you'll be the first, and turn the notifications on. You'll be the first to know about that video coming out in the next week or two. Okay, all right. Let's move on to the other talking points from today. Because believe it or not, there's actually been about one or two things being talked about today from the Roosters. The first one isn't around. The first one is involving Billy Smith. Apparently, according to Wide Water Sports, Rugby360 set sights on Billy Smith as a potential target. Shout out to Isaac Journalist, who always does all these nice posts and comments about it. So shout out to him. And if you haven't followed Isaac Journalist yet, please do. Like, honestly, the leading journo out there that for all your Roosters, or not just Roosters, but any rugby league news around, just he's the first to post them, and does some extremely great work on the channel. On obviously do collabs with him all the time. Really, really great person, and honestly, great media page there as well. So the R360 Rebel competition has reportedly set its sights on Billy Smith as their next target. Smith remains under contract with the Roosters till the end of 2027, but the emerging league is said to be widening its recruitment net after providing targets in Lomax, Pappenhausen, and Tuivasa-Sheck. How much do you pay Smith to stay in the NRL? Okay, look, I don't think this is going to happen. I'm going to shut that down straight away. Look, from far as I'm concerned, that Rugby360 are going to target players that got rugby backgrounds. Billy Smith has a rugby background. He played for Scots. He obviously went to Scots College, rugby school, played for the Eastern Suburbs BCs, Rugby Union Club in the Eastern Suburbs. Same as Angus Crichton. They're going to get targeted by R360. And anytime, especially in the World Cup year as well, I'm going to do separate situations, but they're always going to be linked to something rather than rugby because they've got a rugby background. Now, I don't think Billy Smith's going anywhere. Look, Billy Smith isn't a guy like that. Like, considering the fact that everything that has happened with Billy Smith with a really, really tough, bad luck with injuries in the, in between 2019 to 2023 and 2024, like, the club show a lot of loyalty and a lot of trust and a lot of faith in Billy Smith. And, like, I reckon other clubs wouldn't have kept Billy Smith, with how many injuries he had. But to see that, what happened with Billy Smith injury-wise, extremely unlucky with, like 2 knee recos, a shoulder reco. I think he did an ankle reco, not a reco, but an ankle injury with his ankle, broken jaw. Like, he's had a really, really tough run with injuries. And the club has showed faith and loyalty towards Billy Smith. And I can only imagine Billy Smith. I could definitely agree that Billy Smith wouldn't throw that back in the face of the Roosters to go sign with Rugby360. Look, it's so bizarre to me. Like, and I don't want to show any disrespect towards Billy Smith because I love Billy. Like, he's a great guy, great player with a lot of potential. But it seems odd that Rugby360 would be going after someone like Billy Smith. No disrespect intended because I love Billy with all my heart. He's not the biggest high-profile player at the Roosters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not on Teddy's level. He's not on Sam Walker's level, Angus Crichton's level, as the big top stars at the Roosters. Great player with a lot of potential and absolute gun, but he's not that marquee guy that Rugby360 have been going after. So it makes no sense to go after a Billy Smith. The only reason why it's a rumor because he's got a Rugby360. He's got a rugby background. So it only makes sense because he's got a rugby background. And that's what's going to happen with Rugby360, the Wallabies, anyone that has a rugby background are going to be interested by this franchise and by the Wallabies in the lead up to a World Cup year. So, look, I don't think to read too much into this. I don't think Billy Smith would be going anywhere. I don't think Billy Smith would be stupid enough to go to Rugby360. I don't, especially considering the fact that he's still under contract for another season or two. And I just can't see Billy Smith going after a tough run with injuries, 4 or 5 years of injury, bad luck with injuries. The club's showing a lot of faith, a lot of loyalty towards him. I don't think he'd be, that guy just to shove it back in the Roosters' face, say, you know what, I'm going to play Rugby360 because they can offer me a shitload of cash in Saudi Arabia. I don't think Billy Smith would be that type of guy. I think Billy Smith is loyal to the club and he wants to repay back every single time and effort that the Roosters have gave him after, and to try and repay back time away from the game due to injuries. He wants to put in a massive sin for the Roosters. So I can't see Billy Smith leaving. I don't think it's just a rumor. Obviously, it's just a rumor, but I don't think that there's anything to worry about from the Roosters' point of view. I think Billy Smith will be a Rooster until he decides he's not a Rooster. And I don't think that's going to be ending anytime soon. That's just my take on it. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it as well. Cannot see him going on, in all honesty. No. Like I said, I can't see this going at all. I think if Manu comes back next year, Smith might be dropped because you might have Toya and Tupou and no one needs to Waze and Manu. Look, I've said this a couple times on here. I think Joey Manu and Suoliti won't come back to the Roosters. I expect Marky Mark to come back. I'm just not that confident at all about Joey Manu and Joey Suoliti. Manu's getting a lot of money in rugby and overseas and French rugby and Japanese rugby. Suoliti's on $1.6 million a season in the Wallabies. I think the Wallabies were doing everything in their power to look after him. Same thing. I think, but I obviously the door will be open if Joey Manu wants to come back to the Roosters. He loves the club, but I just think like that. This is, he's done everything he wants to do with the game for the club, and he wants to set new challenges and want new beginnings. So I'm not holding my breath if Manu comes back, and the same with Joey Suoliti. I'm holding my breath to see Marky Mark return. And I'm also intrigued to see if we do get Max Jorgensen after the 2027 World Cup for the Wallabies. He will get better if he doesn't get injured. That's what the Roosters want. That's what they want to see him, a better player, no injuries. Well, he had a really great run this year. First, probably full. He didn't even play the full season. He came back in round 5. He played pretty much a full season with, injury-free and showed that form he had at the back end of 2023 of what, and he has shown of what the Roosters have seen in him in this time. Like, he's a gun as a center. And I reckon him and Bobby Toya were two, I'm not saying but one of the best defensive center combos in the competition this year. They were really, really solid defensively. Billy Smith had a solid year, same with Rob Toya. And it was great to see Billy Smith just have a full season under his belt with no injury concerns whatsoever. And now the important thing is to continue that consistency, having a good preseason under his belt and going again in 2026. That's what we want to see from Billy Smith. We've seen the potential. It's just now keeping that on a consistent basis. And I have no doubt Billy Smith can deliver that. They're going after Billy when the better players than him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It seems strange that they could have gone for so many, no disrespect intended. Wouldn't say better, but more marquee players than a Billy Smith. Like, Lomax 1 makes sense. Pappenhausen makes sense. Payne Haas makes sense. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck does also make sense. Jai Gray was one where I was like, Jai Gray? Okay. Like, yeah, he's a good player for South, but it's not a marquee guy. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they're trying to go that route, but obviously Jai Gray turned that deal down, and I'm expecting Billy Smith to do the same. I'm going to ACDC. I can't wait. That should be fun, Ethan. Enjoy that, my friend. My brother's here, ladies and gentlemen. Matthew's here. The big Broncos guy he is. Roosters' new main sponsor, the Caxton. Oh, mate, imagine the Roosters meet us. We're going to have the Caxton this year. Elite. Like, maybe it was just at the top bar, the top of the Caxton at Matching Ground. Just blocked off for Roosters fans. Uncle Nick, please do that. You've got the power, my friend. Thanks for coming in, Matty. Appreciate it. Billy's got a heaps of potential, 100%. No disrespect to Billy. He's just not worth that much. What are they offering him? That's a good question. What are they offering Billy Smith? Because obviously it'll be over the $1 million mark for sure. What do you reckon? What do you reckon that would be worth? I don't think I can see anything. Okay. Okay. I can't see anything. 750 season. That's for Rugby360. It's not bad. I think it'd be on a couple 100K of the Roosters, so it's not too much of a difference. So, and plus, I'd rather live in Bondi than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Pro League. Okay. Moving on to my final point from tonight, surrounding the fluffy general, Hugo Savala has been the Perth Bears have set sights on Hugo Savala, along with other clubs, the Dragons, Canberra, the Cowboys. Look, this is sort of what we expected. We're going to see clubs throw their hat into the ring. Sorry, I got distracted there. Just other stuff. Okay, where was I up to? But yes, okay. So Hugo Savala obviously linked with a few clubs, mainly importantly the Perth Bears as one of their first signings. It was kind of expected as a thought around this. I know, obviously getting attention from other clubs. In particular, the newest franchise in the league, they haven't really signed anyone yet, which is a bit of a concern if you are a fan of, Western Australian Rugby League or the Perth Bears itself. So, but look, I'm just really concerned, though, that, I think with Hugo, as much as he wants to remain a Rooster and love how much he loves the club, the option and the offer that he's going to get from another club to play regular first grade, is a bit of a concern for me. So hopefully that it's just rumors at the moment, and hopefully, Hugo remains a Rooster, because I can definitely see a world where we can keep him and where we can use as well. So I think the only club that makes sense would probably be the Perth Bears, which was always the one that was when the whole DC saga, kept rumblings over the last couple of months. The first concern, though, was like he's going to go to the Perth Bears. I obviously don't have it on record. I'm not going to really clip it up and say, "Oh, I called that," but I'm just saying, like, I reckon he would have gone to the Perth Bears. But I'm really concerned about that one. Thoughts on Billy Smith with a full preseason under his belt and Kasoni Sag potentially set a pairing for the Blues? I mean, I'd love to see that, Matty, but unfortunately, Billy Smith pledged his allegiance to England, so he can't play Origin, which, I hate this whole, tier one nation crap. Especially the fact that the likes of Lindsay, the likes of Victor Radley, Billy Smith, born in New South Wales, and yet they can't play for England because they the same thing with AJ Brinson, born in, obviously got family heritage of the UK, but born in Queensland, he can't play for Queensland anymore. It's where it makes no sense. I think it was in that to stop players from New Zealand playing Origin. But when you have a guy that is born in Australia can't play for New South Wales because he chose England, that's where it's wrong, in my opinion. He might not be staying at the Roosters, but I bet my house he's going to Perth. Yeah, regular first grade. It's just unfortunately the situation at the moment. I'm just still crossing my fingers, crossing my toes, touching wood that that Hugo Savala remains a Rooster. But hopefully, a good season at 2026 does in the world of good for the Roosters. Who knows? Be happy for Fluffy. I would be happy for Fluffy. Oh, by all means, and it'd be a massive letdown from the club. But it's what he wants. If that's what he wants to do, we wish him the best. Can't blame him. Cannot blame him whatsoever. Crystal ball. Hugo stays. DC goes to the Bears 2027, or DC just retires in 2027. But yeah, main priority is the resign for me. Resign Hugo, please. Heard Cowboys might be interested in Hugo. Yeah, I heard that too, but I reckon they won't go Clifford over him. Heard with DC, I don't know if he'll get the spot. Yeah, not at 5'8". I reckon he'll be lock 14 for me next year anyway. Scott Prince Titans 2007, DC to Bears 2027. One last hurrah, but he's still got that player option. He probably So, in my opinion, in my total opinion with this, and the way it should happen, if the Roosters are legit of trying to keep Hugo Savala, they should go to DCE. You're here for 1 year, and then Hugo's our guy in 2027. Take it or leave it. You got a player option, use that, sign somewhere else, but don't use that player option to play 1 more year and force Hugo out the club. That's my biggest concern about the whole thing. Hugo should be captain of the New South Wales Cup. I think he should be the 13 or 14 for the Roosters first grade side, not New South Wales Cup. He'd be wasted. We've got Toby Rodwell there at 7. But I do like a Hugo at 13, like Tyler just mentioned there. But England is not a tier 1 side. Well, the way they played, no, they're not. I'm just not a big fan. I think Australia and New Zealand should be the tier 1 team. That's it. What about the new kid? Is he coming out tomorrow? Yes. Tomorrow, I don't know when, but tomorrow will be announced, released, and then the full range will be released, and then the first week of December will be available to purchase. So stick around for that one, Matthew. All right, that might do us, lads. Are we going to lose Benaya? Me and League spoke about that last week. I don't know where he goes. And if you go check out the podcast, we go into full detail about it. Excuse me, me and League and I do go a deep dive about it. But I'm a bit concerned about Benaya long term. I'm just worried the fact that with Reece Robson at the club. Just concerned. Where does he go? Is it worth playing 10, 15 minutes of reserve first grade every week on the bench when you're an out-and-out hooker, when other clubs can go after him and be a long-term hooker? So that's my only concern with Benaya. Yeah, and he's been great, but it's just that Reece Robson's just blocked his path, in my opinion. See you at the goal tomorrow, brother. Yeah, see you at the driving range. I'll kick your ass. All right, guys, that'll wrap it up tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be on here tomorrow. If all goes to plan, we'll be on here yes, Matt. Can't be tomorrow if the release is getting launched, so Friday. How about Friday, brother? But yeah, so we'll be on here tomorrow. If all things go to plan, the Roosters announce and release the full range and announce the full range of the Adidas launch. We'll be on here to react it with you guys tomorrow. So stay tuned for that one. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the Sydney Roosters Diehards and give us a follow on the Instagram page for your latest Roosters news and opinions around the Sydney Roosters. And if you'd like to subscribe to my personal channel, Haynes_IT, please do so as well. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Until then, goodbye for now and up the chops.